how can we improve our mental health? Wow, yeah. How can we do that?
Through awareness.
Okay.
It is essential that um, we. So a big part of my work, besides, like I said, the process where I'm talking to you about this. This is this is a type of therapy. For example, this might for this issue we might use CBT, or I might use REBT.
Okay.
That is the modality. Cara untuk kita nak tangani masalah that the client is presenting.
Okay.
It's a modality. Sama lah juga, contohnya like to help our viewers understand. If you go in with a medical problem, you have the medical model. Doktor akan dia akan figure out what's the issue, and they'll try and figure out the symptoms, and then try and figure out from there what's the issue, and then they will treat you, right?
Okay.
So similarly with therapists, there are many different models to use, but we base our practice on the growth model. So we try to help our clients grow,
Okay.
right? So as part of that growth, it's very important that I give you information. And that part of work is called psychoeducation. So kalau ada education, yeah. So kalau ada dengar this term, psychoeducation, itulah maknanya. Maknanya, I am educating you about the psychology that, the information about psychology that is out there. Usually we come on that information through research. Banyak research lah. Even now, research is ongoing. So a big part of my work is giving psychoeducation, making clients aware that this is based on what you're telling me. This is some of the research that has been done, and based on this research, this is what it looks like you may be grappling with, right? Okay. So, but if you're looking for how to help yourself, because that was your question, how to be aware of by yourself. So, I say please read a lot. There's a lot of information out there. It's incredible. In fact, just before we started today, I was looking at mental health and women. One of the questions that Emma tanya tadi memang
Yes.
tepat. Because
Okay.
yeah, it was exactly why is mental health so vital for women. And there are so many organizations, hospitals, facilities that are constantly running research. And like certain conditions, for example, like let's say anxiety. Okay, anxiety, kerisauan, is something that every one of us has experienced. But women are twice as likely to experience anxiety compared to men. That's not because we are any weaker. It has nothing to do with you psychologically. It has a lot to do with you on a biochemical level.
Okay.
Because of hormonal differences. Because testosterone, which men
Yeah.
ada lebih testosterone dalam badan dia
Yeah.
compared to women. Women pun ada juga, tapi kita
Tak
kurang.
selevel macam lelaki.
So yeah, that's why kita tak ada facial hair and we don't have masculine features, right? Because the
Okay.
testosterone is more of it in men. But testosterone has been shown to have antidepressant qualities, anti-anxiety qualities. So men are better protected
Okay.
for depression, for anxiety, because of their biological makeup. Because they have chemicals in their body that protect them versus women. So we are more vulnerable that way. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but then when we do experience it, and then sometimes, of course, you have unkind comments coming your way. Kenapa lah kau macam ni? No. Kenapa kau tak boleh macam orang lain? Why, when you hear things like that, we freak out. We start thinking something is wrong with me. And I think one of the worst things that has happened sekarang is this some of the words that are used macam without really thinking about it, you know, like disorder.
Yeah.
So many people coming in use this word that I have a disorder. I have an anxiety disorder because they went and they may have read something
Yeah.
and it looks like they've gone and ticked some of the boxes and they think now they have a
They have
disorder.
it.
But a disorder is a very specific issue. We say someone has become disordered, orang tu ada disorder kalau dia tidak boleh lagi berfungsi macam biasa. Most of us are not there.
Ni tapi sebab because from reading ke orang cakap dia, oh, I tick that box, I tick that box. So they already just telling themselves, oh, I have disorder.
A disorder.
Okay.
Yeah. And a disorder, besides orang tak boleh nak berfungsi macam biasa, there are specific ingredients that need to be fulfilled for something to be diagnosed as a condition. There are certain thresholds that need to be met for something to be called a disorder. Tapi kita tak sampai ke tahap tu. But because we are not well informed, which is why, like I said, going back to your question in the beginning, this is why it's vital to go and do a check with a therapist every once in a while. Because a skilled therapist will ask you, okay, hang on a minute, you just said I have an anxiety disorder. What made you say that? They will check for the ingredients. Do you actually really meet the ingredients of an anxiety disorder? Do you really meet the threshold of a disorder? And so by extension, are you actually a disordered individual? Or are you just having certain specific events that are happening with your life right now that have just made you struggle? So is it a disorder or is it a struggle? They are not the same thing.
It's different, struggle or disorder?
Yes.
Interesting.
Can.
Okay.